Hi guys. So in the last discussion, we discussed about opportunity cost. What is opportunity cost? What is the difference when you select an option and you leave one in choice? It results in opportunity cost. So now in today's class, we will do some of the practice questions related to opportunity cost. Look at question number one. A person makes sandwiches at home for 5 hours each day. She makes 20 sandwiches per hour and she sells each sandwich for $2. What is the opportunity cost if she takes a holiday on a working day? So now, if the labor is taking a holiday, she makes 20 sandwiches per hour. So this is 20 sandwiches each hour. And if she works for 5 hours, then she can produce 100 sandwiches. On a working day, she can produce 100 sandwiches. And from those 100 sandwiches, the revenue that she was earning was $200. So if she's taking a holiday, then either she will be leaving these $200 or she will be sacrificing the production of 100 sandwiches. So what will be the opportunity cost of taking a holiday? What will be the opportunity cost of enjoying the time as leisure? So the opportunity cost will be 100 sandwiches. So 100 sandwiches will be the opportunity cost if she takes a holiday on a working day. Now let's look at the next question. Heavy rain caused floods in an area of a country. What may be the opportunity cost of repairing the damage caused? So now if funds are allocated for repairing the damages, then the funds are not utilized elsewhere. So what will be the opportunity cost of repairing the damage caused? Let's look at option A, the allocation of government funds to the area instead of a new airport. B, the cost of providing shelter for those made homeless. C, the decline in the tourist industry in the area. And D, the loss of profit from business affected by the flood. So remember, guys, there is a distinction between accountants' terminology of cost and economists' terminology of cost. Accountants do not take into account the implicit cost or the cost foregone, but they do take into account your fixed cost, your variable cost, your explicit cost. But as far as the economists are concerned, you have to take into account the implicit as well as the explicit cost of making the decision. So if the government is diverting the funds for repairing the damage caused, then most probably they are not doing public expenditure on the new airport. So this will be the opportunity cost of diverting the funds in repairing the damage caused by the flood. The rest of them will not be the opportunity cost of repairing the damage. Like for instance, option B is the cost of providing the shelter. The cost of providing the shelter is the explicit cost. Option C is the decline in the tourist industry. Again, the decline in the tourist industry is not the opportunity cost of repairing the damage. Like since you are withdrawing the funds from one option and injecting the funds into repairing the damage, so this is also not an option. And option D is the loss of the profit. The loss of the profit for businesses, since businesses are not repairing the damage caused in the flood affected part of the country. So this won't be the effect, opportunity cost. Let's look at the next question. In recent years, more golf courses which use large quantities of water have opened in China. What may be the opportunity cost? So now what will be the opportunity cost? Opportunity cost of golf courses. So now if you are building more golf courses, if we are opening more golf courses, what will be the opportunity cost? The cost of water, again, this will be the explicit cost. The loss of the farmland, the sale of the golf equipment, wages of the golf staff. This is also explicit cost. So option B, the loss of the farmland will be the opportunity cost. Since you are constructing, or you are building, you are developing golf courses, then that land where we have a golf course will not be utilized for farming. So the farming will be the opportunity cost, or should be the next best alternative for the land. What would be the opportunity cost of a nuclear power station? So now you have nuclear power station as option one. What will be the second option? Like, what will be the next best alternative if you are not developing the nuclear power station? Then the running cost of the power station, again, it is an explicit cost. A coal fired power station, the current value of the power station, and the cost of building the power station. The cost of building the power station will again be an explicit cost, and current value shows you the valuation of the power station, not what will be the next best alternative. So if you are developing nuclear power station, it means that you are not developing a coal fired power station. So the coal fired power station will be the opportunity cost. Now let's look at this question. Again, it is government and the opportunity cost. A government decides to spend more on defense and cannot spend money on new airport. So this is their option one. They are choosing defense rather than spending their money on new airport. Which concept can be applied to the above statement? So since there are choices, defense and new airport, and choices result in, this is your second alternative, opportunity cost. So the one economic concept that is applied to the above statement is your opportunity cost. Budget surplus, no. Factors of production, no. Public sector, yeah. Opportunity cost. And public sector, what is public sector? Public sector is government, how the government is producing goods, how the government is offering services. So public sector and opportunity cost will be the answer. Now let's look at this question. Sam wrote a list of how he would prefer to spend his Saturday afternoon. So Sam is this down all the choices. The first one is go to a cricket match. This is option one. Second choice is watch an annual town parade. This is option two. The third choice is go to the cinema. And the fourth choice is visit relatives. So they have Sam listed down all the choices 1, 2, 3, and 4. Unfortunately, a thunderstorm caused the cricket match and the town parade to be cancelled. So due to thunderstorm, cricket match and town parade are now out of choices. Now Sam cannot pick his first and second choices. What was the opportunity cost of going to the cinema? Now, if Sam decides to go to cinema, then this option, since we don't have option one and option two, so going to the cinema will be the new first, or the new best option, and visiting the relatives will be the next best alternative. So if Sam decides to go to cinema, then probably Sam won't be visiting the relatives, and when he won't be visiting the relatives and going to the cinema, then visiting the relatives will be the opportunity cost. So Sam has two alternatives: either go to cinema or visit the relatives. And when Sam chooses to go to the cinema, visiting the relatives will be the next best alternative, or visiting the relatives will be the opportunity cost. This is how you have to list down your choices, and you have to select the next best alternative. Since option one and option two, the first and the second choices, were not available, so the third one will become the first option, and the fourth one will become the second by default. And then if Sam is selecting the third choice, then the fourth one will be the opportunity cost.